The man busting heads in The Punisher and stealing scenes in The Walking Dead? That's Jon Bernthal, a rugged, no-nonsense performer who brings an unmatched intensity to every role he plays. Born and raised in Washington, D.C., Jon wasn't always destined for Hollywood. In fact, he first made a name for himself in a completely different kind of ring, the boxing ring, inspired by his family.
My brothers are both enormously successful guys, and in very different ways. I was always quite different than them. You know, as a young man, I kept kind of walking into walls, all kinds of walls, but I saw my brothers really flourish in athletics, in business, relationships, and you know, it always really inspired me. I was never jealous of them. I was really proud of them. And now I think that same sort of pride carries through with my kids. There's nobody who inspires me more. I see such goodness in them and kindness in them and courage in them. And I'm enormously proud of them, but I'm also enormously sort of in awe of them, and they inspire me.
Jon eventually left athletics behind and took acting classes at Harvard and the Moscow Art Theater. His breakthrough came in 2010 when he landed the role of Shane Walsh on The Walking Dead. As Rick Grimes' best friend turned dangerous rival, Bernthal delivered an explosive performance, one filled with raw emotion, desperation, and some of the most intense standoffs in the series. But leaving the zombie apocalypse behind didn't slow Bernthal down one bit. He next brought his signature intensity to Fury, playing Grady Travis, a wild and fearless World War II soldier. Spending most of his time inside a tank, together with his colleagues, including Brad Pitt, Jon was in awe of the power of these huge weapons of war.
They say that tanks are killing machines, not just that they kill anything around it, but they can kill anything inside it too. There's sharp edges, things move, things rotate. The hatches weigh 70 pounds, so you can get your arm caught in it. When the turret moves, you can get your leg snapped off. So I remember when we were first introduced to the tank up in Santa Barbara, it seemed impossible. It just seemed, you know, getting comfortable or us all fitting in there. I think Brad said it immediately. It's gonna smell very bad in here after a few months. But yeah, you know, by the time we actually got comfortable and a few months into the process, it was home. You know, we knew every nook and cranny of that machine, and we had a lot of forces at hand, all aiming to get us as comfortable as possible, and we're real grateful for that because we knew how to operate that tank, knew how to put it together, take it apart, operate the weapons. Mike Pena was really driving it, and we knew how to really live in it.
And in The Accountant, he went toe-to-toe with Ben Affleck as a ruthless enforcer with a surprising family twist.
So, I think that you would appreciate if I treated you like an adult. Here's what I got. You administer your own accidental insulin overdose and just...
He reprised the role of Braxton for the sequel, enjoying the family dynamics in the films and being a huge fan of director Gavin O'Connor's approach to storytelling.
Yeah, look, Gavin's family to me. He's made so many wonderful movies, so many of my favorites. He's able to put so much heart, and he really likes to dig into the complications between people, and he digs into the complicated nature of brothers and brotherhood, and how hard it is to tell people that you love them. You know, he picks at these wounds, he creates these wounds, and then he dives right into them. I love Gavin. I love working with him. He's family.
With his tough guy credentials undeniable, Bernthal has also stepped into one role that seems tailor-made for him, Frank Castle, aka The Punisher. First introduced in Daredevil before leading his own series, Jon redefined the character with a performance that was brutal, broken, and deeply human.
I think we take a pretty deep dive. I think we're going to show sides of Frank Castle that you haven't seen before in in the comics and in other films. I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know. You know, I hope that it resonates. You know, I just really hope people dig it.
So what makes Jon Bernthal such a force in Hollywood? It's not just the fight scenes or the tough guy attitude. It's the way he brings raw authenticity to every role, making even the most hardened characters feel real. He doesn't just play action heroes, he becomes them.
I love being dirty, and I love that aspect of this. You know, we get there in the mornings, and instead of the typical concealer. It was just sort of caking mud and blood and scars. Yeah, just going for it.